All right, I haven't even got time to put my apron on today. I have been busy. G'day, how are you? I'm Steve Hay. Welcome to Woodworking Masterclass. Chaos and mess. But finally, I have achieved what I've been trying to do for several weeks, in fact, possibly a couple of months. There's this joint I've been wanting to make, and it's called a mitered half-lap finger joint. And finally, it's happened. I've got it. So I'm happy. This is just a follow-on from yesterday. It's only going to be a quick stream because, I've got stuff I've got to do for Susie. But it comes, g'day, Jeff, I'm so sorry. I've got you down to answer your text for your young bloke. Tell him 2 thumbs up for what he's doing with the bird boxes. Fantastic idea. Oh, yeah, it's just been a bit chaotic here and I've sort of lost the plot. But I'll still do that on a messenger so you can show him as well. How you going, mate, anyway? How's Melbourne treating you? Oh, dear. I tell you what. So, what else am I doing? I don't need that. I'll just push that over there. Wait, one. And I'll see what's happening over here. Oh, dear. Where are we? G'day, Derek. How are you? Oh, there we go. I am on. Look at that. I just had to make sure I was working. No, I don't need that, so I can go back to where I was. It's a bit disconcerting. I've got to work out a way that I can do an intro on this because it's going to be a lot easier for me. James, how are you? I think there's a long time no see. All good in Canberra. I thought you were in Melbourne. What made me think you were in Melbourne, mate? Anyway, it's all good wherever you are. That is the main thing. Oh, dear. I have spent, I reckon, the best part of the day working on this joint I want to do, and I want to show it to you, but I can't find it. Susie came down a little while ago and I showed her and I said, look, it'll mean nothing to you, but I'm excited. It's the culmination, there we go. It's the culmination of months. No, well, it's not about months, but definitely weeks. Has to be fine-tuned a little bit. But, there you go, you can't even see it. Let me get the camera up. Oh, I've got chopping boards out the wazoo here. Let's go in a bit. There we go. There you go. I'll show you another tool that I've had for years, and that's it there. It's a finger joint, but it's mitered, and it's also a half lap at the back. It has taken a lot of R&D, I can tell you, but I'm happy with the end result now. Oh, Derek, resting up a bad back, mate. I was doing that Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I can empathise with you. I'll even sympathise with you. Oh, you're in Melbourne, James. Well, how's it going in Melbourne for you, mate? Cam, I'm excited. You made one. That's excellent. Oh, dear. Oh, let me just put these away. I had four things to achieve today. I don't know. No, hang on. I've got my joint. I'm happy with that. Haven't done a jig for this yet. That was on the list. Oh, I went to get some glass to put in that picture frame we finished yesterday, and got 4 packs out. It's all too small. And then there was a pack with about 5 sheets, and I thought, oh yes, 600 by 900, that'll do. No, they're all broken. So I know I've got some more in there. I've just got to get underneath all the rubbish that's piled on top. You know what it's like when kids move home. Yeah, they buy all new stuff, dump it in your shed, then they move out. Oh, don't worry about that, we'll buy new stuff. And so when they move again, guess what? You get another load of new stuff coming. Oh, don't worry about that. It's not worth getting the removers. We'll buy new stuff. Yeah, good on you. Yet another lockdown for you. Yeah, James, we're in it too, and I'm not saying nothing. But I'm getting some work done, which is really, really nice. I'm enjoying that part of the caper. You've done more work on the joint than on the music. Oh, no, to be fair, I would say I've done more work on the music stand, but there's been far more intensity on the joint making. It was one of those things, I woke up, I just got to open this widget. It came up yesterday, and it was saying we were slow and we were doing a lot of buffering. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to main smooth thingos, such as view, exit, buzzer, open widget. Yeah, well, I just opened that, and there you go. Poor. So if there's any lag, I'm sorry. Must be busy. That's what it most likely is busy around here, and it's a bit laggy. But I watched a bit last night. I'm not one that watch my videos, but I just want to see the quality was. This microphone, I've moved it further away because it was catching all my breath. So I'll check that again a little bit later. And we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm still connected to. I'll check my signal strength when I go up to the house, and we'll see. Anyway, so hang on. I've got a Jeff's comment. Spent more time on the music, so I'm going to do them one day. Really, really. Dear Chewy, g'day Chewy. Oh dear, 8:30 a.m. and you caught a live show. See, I'm random and spontaneous. I like saying that, random and spontaneous. A lot of people would say I'm unorganised and, what's the word when you're not dependable? I forget what, anyway. But anyway, I don't care. It's my workshop. Andy, good morning. I hope you slept well, mate. Hey, Vinny, how's your wagon wheel going, mate? I tell you what I could do with the wagon wheel. I've got some Tim Tams over there, but I can't get it in the fridge. I've had me coffee. Look at that. See, I was going to stream earlier. I had me coffee. It's all gone. No. I'll tell you what. I should send it over to you, Daryl, when it's finished. Yeah, that's what I reckon, Vinny. More time in the shed. It's good. Get a lot done. Chewy, all lockdowns, all done here in the UK. Oh, will that mean no more lockdowns in the UK, Chewy? There you go. Next job, how to glue glass together. If it was coloured, I'd use it as lead light, but it's not. So anyway, that is the joint. Those of you that have missed it, I'll show it to you again. It's a mitered, half lap, finger joint. And what I ended up, those of you that persevered with me yesterday, with the, can't even find it now, the miter joint that I made up, here it is on the floor. Oh, what I ended up doing, I was right. It's not often. Well, no, that's not true. I am right a lot of the time, especially when it's something that's wrong. Then I'm right, but not on good things. This was what I ended up with. It did have which I'm going to put back in, if I can find it. No, can't find it, so tough. Let me have a look. Oh, I'll show you this. Here you go. Yeah, it did have a triangle in there. I hope that's going all right. In here, where was it? Yeah, there was a triangle piece in here, and what that was for, that actually held the pieces that I wanted to do in place, and it held them against this fence here. But as I said, when I started doing it, I thought, oh, I think I'm going to be in trouble because I think it's going to cut through screws. And it did. So I threw it away, but I'll put that in again later. There's only a couple of little really fine adjustments I had to do here. But all in all, I was very, very happy with the result. And that's the result you get. A nice mitered joint there, lap at the bottom, finger joints all the way around. There's two jigs. There's a finger jig that I made up as well, or what's the other thing? They call them box joint jig, and honestly, oh, there it is. Here's the box. Oh dear, this is a box joint jig. Nothing swish. It's all pretty basic. They just go in your slides of your table saw, and got a spacer in there. So what you do is you run it through the saw, and then that hooks over there. You run the next one, run that over, run the next one. So it's what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3-part process. And that's the secret. That's the secret to it there. All right. Once I've got that, that's all the settings I need. That's called the story stick. And I can set my table saw up with those measurements and go and get into it. So happy with that. Vinny working on it now, Steve made the wheeling segments, down them to get good on. Good morning, Richard. How you going over in France, mate? Hang on, what are we in? No, you haven't got apple season over there yet, have you? Because it's the colder months for you. I've got to say good day to you too, because I haven't caught up on all my chats, but I do smile every time I look on there. There's Richard Ryder saying hello. So, good day, mate. Say hello to your lovely wife for me too. And I promise I won't do any woodworking in the kitchen while you're watching. I wonder if using fingers would make it stronger. No, look on. Yes and no. You got to draw. The answer would be yes, in as much as you've got more gluing area because you've got more fingers, but no in the respect to there's no stress on these. This is a new joint I'm using on my B boxes, and once they're put together as a box, they just sit there, so there's no strain or stress on it. But yeah, in answer to your question, Jeff, the smaller the fingers, the more glue you get on, so obviously the stronger the joint. But conversely, the more fingers you put on, the thinner the fingers are, and with that you lose a bit of strength. So horses for courses. I designed this one purely so it could be quick and economical to do, and also I had to work out because this is 90mm and the other box, I did have a bottom box around here somewhere, because I'm playing with another idea. Okay, they're 120mm, so there's a bit of difference between the two. So I had to pick a finger that, or a dado saw size that would do both boxes equally, so I didn't have to mess around changing positions and what have you. But I've never done finger joints. This foray into doing that is the first time I've ever done a finger joint, and I've never made a finger joint sled before, even though there's a lot of videos about it online. But who knows? Trendy. G'day, Jared. You're getting locked down together. Oh yeah, it's just one of those. More shed time. Look at it that way. That joint looks part of a scarf or tusk joint. Now, scarf joint, I might have a scarf joint around here somewhere. Scarf joint's more that sort of shape. If you say they're a guitar stock, when you're putting the head on, you generally, especially on a cigar box guitar, and I knew I had some of those around here somewhere, but it escapes me at the moment. Oh, let me just have a quick look. I might have one out here. Oh, it's getting dark out here. Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. Oh, what's that one there? There you go. There's a scarf joint. Oh, oh. Oh. So that's a scarf joint there. That's in the cigar box guitar neck. And you can see you slice this bit off here on the bandsaw. Hey, check the hands. They're a bit cleaner, the fingernails aren't. Look at that. You slice that at an angle, and then you flip it upside down and you glue it to the back, and that gives you that crank in the headstock. So tusk, I don't know, you got me on the tusk joint. I'll have to look that one up. I've never heard of that one before. But there you go. Oh. Did you ditch the mega router bit? No. What I'm going to do for the mega router bit, if I can find that, I'll show the people that haven't seen yet. This is, oh dear, not going to faint hearted, this little so-and-so. There you go. 60 mil across, I think. Whoops. Bum-ba-dum-bum. Here we go. What do we go from here? Yeah, just shy of 70 mil across. Oh, it's a honker. It is a ripper. But the Japanese cedar that I'm using there is just too fragile, and it was breaking, which I did have a box here that I actually, there you go. Yeah, that's Japanese cedar with it. One of those joints is quite nice. That one there, but the one next to it's a bit there you going. And yeah, I wasn't all that enthused on that piece of timber, but having said that, with Western Red Cedar, it works a treat. It's lovely. So Western Red Cedar V-boxes, I'll do that. The Japanese cedar, I'll do that. And yeah, we'll go from there. So it's all go, isn't it? Oh, what's my next project? Honey glue is amazing to use. It's completely natural, but expands like... I'll have to look that one up, Jeff. Never heard of honey glue. Good evening, Louise. Good evening, Andrew. Good evening, Isabel. Oh, it's good, isn't it? Oh, the end of the day. What else was I going to do? Oh, this is the next thing I'm playing with. I've got to work these out. I want to start using cam locks, which are these things here. I look like a goth with those fingernails, eh? So that's what I'm playing with at the moment, these cam locks. And how they work is you put that in there like that, and it flops around like anything. And then you just turn this, and bang. Oh, hang on, we've got to go in a bit further. Let me just take that out. There we go. So they flop around like that, and then you give them a twist, boom. No gap, really, really firm. Don't fall around, flop around. So that was one of the projects I wanted to do, was make a jig up for that today, but it never transpired. What else did I want to do? Oh, I'll show you this new bit. Well, it's not new, it's an old bit of gear that I've had for a long time. But I just found it really good. You know, yesterday, for those of you who watched me yesterday, doing spoke shave work on these chopping boards. I'll be with you shortly, if I can There you go. Oh, see it. I'm just out of shot at the moment. Isn't it marvellous? When you're not looking for something, it's everywhere, and then when you're actually looking for something, it's gone. I'll be back. Hang on. Oh, that one feels good. No, that was horrible. Oh, that one wasn't too bad. I just want a good one to demonstrate on. Oh, that's gone, that's gone. About that one. Ow! They're heavy, I just dropped it on my finger. That's not too bad. Let's have a butcher's here. I did more than I thought yesterday. Okay, now we'll use this one. Let's see how this one's going to go. Put it in here. I'll just change this all around so you can see it a bit better. And if we go that way, there you go. All right. You can see I had a shot at this one yesterday with a drawer knife, but I've still got little blemishes in there which I'd like to sand out. This side isn't too bad, but I could have persevered with the drawer knife, but then last night I remembered I had this thing, and it is just the best thing. There you go. Whoop. It's called Holy Galahad, and it is just fantastic. Just fits on a grinder like this, and yes, I should have PPE and all that rubbish on, but I'm not going to, because I'll just quickly show you what you can do and I won't make a mess out of it. You can see those blemishes there? With this thing, don't drop it on the ground when you're finished. I can get a lot of those little tight ones down. We're down to nothing now, so I've taken the holes out. And you've still got that natural edge, and it doesn't take much to then you have a look at that. We've still got a nice natural edge, and it's got nice smooth contours to it. That has got no depth at all, nor has that one. And we've just taken it out exactly where we want to take it out, whereas a draw knife, you've got to take out fair chunks and then you can get a split and you're taking out stuff you don't want. So that's it. That's a bit of kit. Comes in 3 different sizes. I think it's a medium, coarse and fine. That one, I think that's the medium. I bought that, crikey, got to be 15, 16 years ago. People that had it were KA Tools over in the States. King Arthur Tools. So it's KA Tools and it's called a Holy Galahad. Great bit of gear. Absolutely great. Chewy, well, the size of that router. No, they recommend 24,000 RPM on that one, Chewy. And I tell you what, when it goes, you've got to be serious. You can't be not thinking what you're doing. I use Western Red Cedar, T-bone. Yeah, I use Western Red Cedar or Oregon. In Australia, the most popular one is hoop pine, but because I've got access to Japanese cedar and Western Red Cedar, yeah, it's very expensive. I'm paying nearly $10,500 a cube for that. So when I start selling my boxes, people go, oh, they're expensive. Yeah, well, they cost more for me to make, material-wise, than you can buy some other people's hives. So that's why, because the material is a lot dearer. But I would say Western Red would be the best because it's got lightness and longevity, whereas Japanese cedar, it's good for, I think if you do the yakasugi treatment, or susugi barn treatment, which is burning it, it's good for 20 to 30 years above ground. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 15 to 20 years above ground if you don't do it. So it's a very good timber. It's got the same hardness, density, and what's the other thing they look for? That Oregon has, but it's just weathers a lot better than Oregon. So, but Oregon's still good. I mean, I saw someone the other day. Oh, Oregon's not good. You know, they used to use it for patios back in the 70s and 80s. Not many of them standard now. No, that was 40 years ago. So I don't have a problem with Oregon. A lot of people say, oh, bugs love it. The bugs will eat just about anything. They won't eat Western Red, which is good. And pretty sure they won't touch Japanese cedar. Don't quote me on that, but that's the gen that I'm hearing. So yeah, if you can get Western Red at a reasonable price out there, T-bone, use that. Although I've made bee boxes out of Spanish cedar, New Guinea rosewood, yeah, and the other ones I just mentioned. What else can I use inside the cheapest place to buy those screw joints? $8. Oh, are they? Oh, I'll have to check them out. Thanks for the heads up, Jeff. Wood learner just getting ready to go to my local men's shed. Hope to actually make something today. Hey, they'll make some bird happy. I've got a friend up the road who makes them, and he has wild parrots breeding in them. So I'd love to do that too. It's really nice. Nice to do something for the nature. And Is that on? Is that working? Are we back? I got flat batteries, I think. It's all right, just put new batteries in it. Check, check. So when I get up, did you get any of that when I was talking about that? All right, I'll go through it all again. Okay, well, I'll tell you what I said about. We're all good. Oh, that should be all right there. Let me just. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that's working. All right, T-Bone. What I said was, I don't know. That might have been all lies. I've forgotten. Yeah, Western red cedar is good for bee boxes. It doesn't rot. Pretty impervious to bugs. Japanese cedar, again, doesn't rot and pretty good for bugs. Not having bugs. Oregon is another one I use, but some people say bugs love it, but just keep an eye on it. You could use hardwood, but look, the main thing is the bees don't care. It's humans. We're the ones that get all fussy and go, oh, we should do it this way. Oh, it's got to be done like that. So whatever looks good. Mine, I build mine because I want them to be furniture pieces as well as functional bee boxes. So that's why I put so much effort into mine. And I think it was, was I talking about Andy? Not having plans to go, but mate, I'm with you. I think I'm up to version 20 or something or other on bee boxes because they're totally different to what I was building 12 months ago or 14 months ago when I started. You just keep on, getting better and changing and looking for new areas, and then someone else comes along and pinches your design. So you got to do something else to keep ahead of the game, I suppose. Yeah, the buffeting is really, really bad. I don't know. I think it's because we're in lockdown here and everyone's at home and using the internet, so it's slower. That's all I can suggest. Benaldi, thanks for dropping in. Last thing you read was the IKEA comment. I don't know what I said after that. Yeah, I will check them out. I'll check them out and see how much they are. The other thing I'm doing, which is exciting, is, I don't know, I quickly mentioned it yesterday. I bet you I can't find it. Dear, wait a minute. Let me, let's search that. Well, most likely didn't need that. Oh. No, I bet you I can't find them because they are so small. But my beehives are fitted with microchips. So, if anyone knocked them off, and mine are reasonably distinctive, someone says, oh, that's my law, can you prove it? And you can go zap like that, and you go, yeah, there you go. And I'm also, there's no point in keeping it a secret. So, I'm doing secret stuff because I'll be advertising it anyway. So they're microchipped, and also they're going to have NFC discs on them, which I've got to work something on the website so you can go in the back door and keep all your records of what's happened to that hive, how much honey is produced, where it's been, when you split it, what the health of it's like, and what have you. So yeah, well, I'm getting dragged, kicking and screaming into the 22nd century with all this high-tech stuff. And a good mate of mine, Stan Slaginski. Stan, if you're watching, mate, coffee machine, whenever. I put a picture of the picture frame finished yesterday up and said it was all done with hand tools, and Stan's comment was, mate, you've got to get over this phobia of 240 volts. I said, coffee machine works on 240 volts. So, where was I? So, yeah, there you go, Stan. I am I'm getting up to date with technologies. What else can it be used for besides? Oh, besides! Oh, sorry, Darren. I thought you said insides. My eyes. Hang on. I'll clean my glasses, you dipwit. Me, not you. Oh, mate, anything. Anything you'd use pine for. What I will do, I haven't got a torch down here, I don't think. No. What I'm going to do, I've got access to some bark-to-bark slabs of it. And one of the projects later in the year, like I haven't got enough work, is I'm going to do yakasugi, which is burning it, which some of you have seen before. I did have a piece of it kicking around here somewhere, but kicking being the operative word. And then I'm thinking of putting a resin, a 2-pack, over the top. So look, yeah, anything you build using pine, you could use Japanese cedar. And the smell, oh, it's just gorgeous. It's a real citrusy sort of smell. Where's a? I'll get a lump of it here. Oh, yeah, I'll get a stick over here on the thickness. Oh, that's cold. Ooh. There we go. And it goes from cream through to that. You got purples in there and blacks almost. You know, that's just gorgeous. That looks a little bit, excuse me, a bit aromatic cedarish, doesn't it? With the purple and that in it. But the other side, well, there you go. There's the other side. Honestly, it just looks like pine. Or if you got enough of it, you can make a temple, because that's another name for it. It's sacred cedar, because a lot of the Shinto temples in Japan, so I've been informed, are made from Japanese cedar and Japanese cypress. You can't get Japanese cypress too readily, but Japanese cedar I can get hold of. I don't know who else is bringing it in. So yeah, there was one of the temples I think was built in the 1400s out of that stuff, and it had the yakasugi burning treatment and no rot, and it's still standing. A big thing they use it for now in the States, it's getting very trendy, because people can't get Western red cedar for fences. They're using Japanese cedar for fencing, and it's starting to take off in Australia as well. And then a lot of the architectural stuff, they're doing the sugiban treatment on it. And yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but even around here where I live, it's a growing area, and there's a lot of black houses being built. I can't see the sense in the black roofs, charcoal roof, black boards around them, black fences, all very dark. And what happened to we had red roofs with the trend, and then green roofs came in. Mine's a green roof. I've got to get around and finish spray painting that before summer comes here. But there you go. Oh. Okay, what else I didn't plan on? Oh dear. Anything that needs a strong but expanding joint, possibly to make anything you really want them down there. Do you mean you have vaccinated your bee monitors? Ha! Yeah, oh, they're under strict control. They've been chipped. Oh, that's fun. There was I saw a bag of them here, and I thought I've got to pick that up. They are so small. They are under 2 millimetres long. They're about 0.6. Ah, here we go. Is this him? I don't know. No. They're less than 2 millimetres long and 0.6 of a millimetre round. So if you drop them, you're in trouble. Oh, but can get them from you if you want to purchase a bulk. Oh, was that the things, Jared? Whatever they were, the cam locks. Or was that the microchip? Yeah, it does. It does. It looks extremely like pine, that stuff. But as I said, it works different. This is plantation grown, as you can tell if you have a look at those growth rings. It works on a 30 to 35 year old 30 to 35 year old cycle. So it's sustainable, whereas if you look at, I've got some old growth Oregon around here that you can't get any more for love nor money, but I, again, was very, very lucky to be in the right spot at the right time. Hang on, I'll just cut the end off so you can see what I mean by old growth. Oh, that was the other thing, the saw died today, so I had to fix that. As you can tell, it's working well now. I don't know if you can see the growth rings on that, but they are so tight. I don't know how many 100 years of timber's in that, but I was very fortunate. Let me just turn that brake off. Very fortunate to be in the right place at the right time. And hang on, just got to check that saw. It's starting to play funny. That's better. Yeah, I happened to be at the right place at the right time and was able to procure it. So Western Red is old growth as well. That's this stuff I've got here. So that's the only, if there is a downside to the Japanese cedar I've got, it's because being fast growing over 30, 35 years, it does have those big growth rings. So nearly all of it is crown cut. There's not much quarter sawn in it. So that's something to think of. But, you know, it's quite a nice timber, and when you start working with it, oh, it's gorgeous. But anyway, that was mainly it, just to show you that there. So the mitered half lap finger joint. And I'm going to be interested to see how long it takes someone else to come up with it and go, oh, I'm using that now. Good luck. Oh, and the Holy Galahad. Yeah, that's a great bit, I guess. I think a friend of mine got one off Wish. I can't for the quality of it, but he seems pretty happy with it. And these holes here, it's amazing. When you actually are using it with those holes, I'm not going to put my hand there to stop. With those holes, as you saw, you can actually see through it. So you could draw a pattern on there and just gouge out the pattern that you want. I have done that in the past with a couple of custom-made chopping boards I had to do for someone. Cam locked. Oh, great, Jared. Now I've got you. That's where all the captain amazing. Good. Now I've got you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the price I'm paying at the moment. But you never know if there's cheaper ones out. It's, oh, look, I know people, they can deliver, but I'm a bit old school. I like to actually go there and talk to the people and see what else they've got, and where I get them from. It's pretty close to home, so I don't have an issue. But I appreciate the offer. Steve's chopping board in front of you is the danger of it cupping. It all depends. Short answer, it depends. Because it's solid, if it's dried and seasoned, no. Very, very little chance of it cupping. This will be covered in oil, both sides, or a wax compound that I make. And it's pretty darn stable. It's a timber called Brigalow, and yeah, it's good. If you got one that you just cut a tree down in the backyard and slabbed it up, yeah, I would say definitely it will cup. But this one, it's been kiln dried and it's been seasoned in the air for quite some time, so I'd say these are pretty good. And it's important too that you keep a coating on it, both sides. If you just put oil on the top side and not the bottom side, yeah, it'll cup. But if it does, all you do, you just put water on the other side, it'll swell up, it'll flatten out. Then when it's dry, put a sealer on it, whether it's an oil or a wax, and she should be good to go. So all good stuff. Oh, these ones that I make, they don't, because, yeah, look at that. See, it rattles. Because they're made up of smaller segments, but they cost a lot more. But these are pretty good. I don't see any problems with them. It's good. Desert hardwood, it's not going anywhere. Oh, nose, toenail. Yeah, I suppose if I could reach my toenails, I'd give it a go, but I tell Sue, I don't know what it is, but has anyone else had this? Yeah, you go to sleep and you're feeling okay. You wake up in the morning, your legs have grown and your arms have shrunk because you can't put your socks on unless you roll up in bed. And, oh, goodness gracious. Oh, yeah, it'd be beautiful for frames, T-Bone, yeah. Especially if you can get a quarter sawn. It is, it's nice. And try that Yakasugi trick on it. Just burn it. As I said in the previous stream, I prefer to use map gas.